Hi everyone, welcome to another installment of the Digital Kitchen. Today we are looking at the new freestanding Buffalo gas fryer and the new Buffalo Chargrill. Right guys, so two new launch products we've got here from Nisbets. I've got my hands on them here at the NCEC in the Digital Kitchen. We've got the freestanding single tank twin basket fryer, and we've also got the Buffalo Chargrill freestanding grill, available with a stand or without a stand. So first thing we're going to do is light them up, get some temperature into them. So the first thing we do, we've got the control at the bottom there, same as any gas appliance, put it to the pilot, ignite the system, and then the burners will ignite and we can set the desired temperature that we want to cook on. So very similar to any gas appliance, put it onto pilot. There we are, pilot's lit. Give it a few seconds, usually around 10 seconds, and then we can turn it on to go. You can hear now the fryer kicking in, the burners have gone. So on this fryer, you've got a numbered system here on the thermostat, which we can alter the temperature that we want to cook at. On the door here, you've got a gauge, 1 to 7, and it tells you what reference that temperature is. So today we're just going to cook some chips in here. So we're going to run the fryer at number 6, which is around 179, 180 degrees. While we're looking in here, we've got the drain spout. That would screw onto here, onto the thread, open up the tap, and then that's going to help with cleaning the fryer. But we'll come back to that in a bit. So while the fryer's heating up, let's take a look at the Chargrill. So similar gas product, we're going to light it, let it get up to temperature. So similar with the other gas appliance, set it to pilot, leave it a couple of seconds, press the igniter. There's a little view gap here where you can see the pilot's lit. Give it a few seconds, and then we should be ready to light. So we'll let this out slowly. And that is one side lit. So we'll repeat the process on this side. So let's talk about the fryer while it's heating up. So this fryer has an 18-litre capacity. Inside there is quite a deep cool zone. So cool zones is quite a debated subject within the fryer world. Basically the idea of the cool zone is for a deep cool zone, the debris while you're cooking, certainly breaded products and things like that, can drop to the bottom of the tank. It's not burning and the oil should last longer. Downside is, I guess, you've got a larger capacity, more oil usage and things like that. Whereas a shallow one, you're going to have less oil. But with the cool zone being shallower, the debris is going to be sitting there longer, so you might need to, change the oil, filter it, that sort of thing a bit more often. But it's always good practice to do it daily anyway, if not more, so get that longevity out of the oil because it is an expensive product. One of the most expensive parts of a fryer is the oil itself. So one of the things manufacturers now are currently looking at across the board is how we can save on oil. So things like filtering, natural filtration systems and things like that. With this one, obviously, you've got the spout and the tap that we spoke about earlier. That goes on the end, but what you can get is filtration baskets, and obviously you can get drop-in filters if you want to as well. So when the oil's ready, drop it down through the filter bag and then you can pump it back in. Always good to keep your oil clean, nice taste, and then you don't get that nastiness and that horrible burny sort of fryer taste you get when the oil's getting old. So we spoke about the capacity of the fryer there, but we've also got a 26.4 kilowatt burner. So that's quite a powerful unit in there that's going to get that fryer up to temperature quite quickly. In fact, we're nearly there now. Why that's a good thing is basically the recovery time on a fryer. So when you look at fryer capacity and throughputs and how many chips you can do per hour, that sort of thing, it's really dictated by the recovery side. So when you're on a smaller fryer, say a 13 amp tabletop, if you are pushing lots of frozen product through there, that fryer is going to drop its temperature down, and then because it hasn't got the juice or the power behind it to regenerate quick enough, what you'll find is you've got wait times between cook cycles. Otherwise, the oil drops in temperature, it saturates into the food, and then you don't get a nice crisp product at the end. Whereas when you get a gas fryer, certainly one with a powerful burner, that can recover a lot quicker, meaning your throughput, chips and things like that, is a lot higher. So great for fast-paced services and more busy kitchens. Which is a good thing with the little Buffalo here. With the Buffalo fryer as well, it's worth mentioning that this is on a natural gas supply in my kitchen here, but it also comes with a conversion kit to change it to LPG, meaning you have both the best worlds. So if you've got remote catering and things like that, or vans, this could be a good option for you as well. So other features on this fryer that we've got is the temperature range. So we can go from 110 degrees up to 190, which gives you that pretty much standard cooking parameter. For most foods, you don't want to go up too high because obviously the food's going to cook on the outside over before the core temperatures reach. You've got 2 baskets on this one, so very strong baskets, nice sturdy, good capacity there as well, nice sturdy handles, and of course a nice resting unit there to allow the product to drip dry, or obviously have the products hanging in there ready to be dropped down into the fryer. So this fryer, the construction itself is obviously quite a nice footprint. It's not too big, it's not too small. Full stainless steel construction, so it's nice and sturdy. And also you've got the casters on there as well with the chain to enable removal, so for cleaning underneath and that sort of thing, because let's be honest, no one really likes cleaning a fryer. It's probably one of the worst jobs in the kitchen, but it's something that has to be done. So if we can make that a bit easier, then happy days. So if we touch on the safety side of the fryer, so this one has got the safety cutout on there. At the bottom you can see there is a reset button or a limit control, and what that does, if for any reason the pilot light was to extinguish, it would then stop the flow of gas coming through and then inevitably stop the kitchen filling up with nasty fumes, which could result in a big explosion. So yeah, nice to have safety features on the fryers. Again, this is a big thing at the minute on fryers. There's plenty of fryers on the market now with built-in extra features and more features to stop things like flash fires, because this is one of the most, probably the most dangerous piece of kit in the kitchen, to be honest. You've got very hot liquid in there of oil running at high temperatures, so we've got naked flames, so that the mixture there isn't a recipe for the most success. However, used in a safe manner, it's one of the best bits of kit in the kitchen as well. So guys, that's a very quick overview of the fryer, some of its features it's got. It is a fryer, so I think the best thing to do is cook some chips for lunch. Fryers are distinguished by how many chips per hour and things like that they do, and the reason for that is at the end of the day we're putting a frozen product in here, so this is just frozen chips, nothing special. But what it does, as soon as that frozen product hits the oil, naturally that oil temperature is going to drop, and as you can hear now, I don't know if you obviously can't hear it because you haven't got a micro on the fryer, however the burners have now just kicked back in, because what it's done is detected that oil has dropped to a certain temperature, and now it's going to kick back in and reheat that oil back up to our cooking temperature to stop that saturation of oil going into the product. If we were cooking at a lower temperature and that recovery wasn't there, and as I say, what would happen then is the oil wouldn't give you a nice crispy exterior and a nice fluffy interior, which is what from your chip. It would soak into the fryer, and that's why sometimes if you eat some chips now and again, if it's busy, you bite into it and you get that oily residue. That's because the fryer has not sealed that product and cooked it the way it should be. See now how that oil has now recovered fully and the chips are cooking as they should be. So that is the benefit of having a gas fire with such a strong burner, is that recovery time. So now we can put chips through and through and through again. Whereas smaller appliances or with less power, what would happen is it takes a longer time for that recovery to come back up to cooking temperature. So you might have a delay, as I say, between cooking. So guys, it is worth mentioning while the chips are cooking, these are my demo units. So if it is something you're looking at, are interested and want to see, cook on, etc., please get in touch, chef@ncec.co.uk, and we can get something set up and we get to cook more chips. So it's always good. So chips are pretty much ready. What we'll do, leave them on the hanger there just to drip dry. Right guys, so let's move on to the Buffalo Chargrill. So this has got two 7.15 kilowatt burners inside there. You've got your baffle to radiate the heat, and you can also get a lava rock kit for these as well, which is great for distributing that heat and then getting that fat soak into them to get that nice smoky flavour that you get when you slowly burn fats and grease and things like that. Also, it's worth mentioning on this one, you can reverse the bars. So now we've got to channel the fats away from the product on an angle, so they're going to come down this channel into the collection tray here, which is then at the bottom here you've got that removable tray to clear the unit afterwards. You can rotate the bars over as well, so then there's a more of a distinguished hole going through, so the fats and stuff can drain away from the product better and more efficiently, meaning that there's less flare up and fat and smoke and flames and things like that, certainly for cooking higher fat products such as beef burgers and things. Which is a good feature to have on the Chargrill like this. So this is available on the stand as we can see it here, but you can also get it without the stand, so we can go on top of a table, and also it's a gas, so you've got the natural gas and the LPG conversion kit available that comes supplied with the unit, which is a great feature again for that remote catering, or you want it externally off a bottle, that sort of thing. So the features on this unit, again, we've got the collection tray here with a hole in the middle which goes down to the actual removable tray for ease of cleaning. Again, as I say, the bars lift off, you can rotate if you need to, assess that that drainage away from the product as we're cooking. Basic controls really on the front. You've got the high-low options here, so you can turn it up and down. Again, I've set this one to low and this one to high, meaning I've got a varied cooking area. But again, if you're in a high plate and you want to get through product quickly, then obviously set it to whichever desired temperature you want to and works best for you. So some of the features on this grill, we've got a 600 by 500 cook area, which is great. So it gives you quite a nice large surface area there to cook on. Great for, more busy, heavier duty use, that sort of thing. Again, we've got the piezo ignition on there as well, and the safety cutout. So again, similar to the fryer, if the pilot was to blow out, then it will stop the flow of gas, so inevitably stop any nasty explosions happening, I guess, which is a good feature to have. Right, so I think that all that's left to do on this one is to do some cooking, and what we need to do now is complete our lunch. See straight away we've got some nice bar marks there on the chicken. So you can see here the distinguishing temperature. So we've got this side up very hot, this side's quite low. meaning we can swap between sides and things like that and have a bit more control over cooking. Whereas if you had one massive, fierce, hot cooking surface area, obviously you're being as quick as you can trying to turn the products around. But some stuff takes a bit longer to cook than others. More denser products, for instance, if it was too much temperature, obviously the outside would cook far quicker than the interior, and you wouldn't reach that core temperature. So by having that adjustability on the temperature, meaning you can put a larger range of products on the actual unit and cook through. And there we have it, guys. So some tasty treats here that we're going to share around for lunch. So we need to try and find some friends. I'm sure we won't have any trouble finding people wanting to help me out eat all this stuff. 2 new products here. Again, as I say, any questions, anything you want to see, or you want to see these in person, reach out, chef@ncec.co.uk, and be sure to send me an email and we can arrange something soon. Right, guys, thanks for tuning in. For more information on the digital kitchen at the NCC and facility hire, visit the website or give us a call. Details on this are below. And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for regular updates on the digital kitchen. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.